Hello everybody and welcome to what is just basically a test stream. I haven't actually done a stream of a PC game as yet, and I wanted to see how it was working. Mostly because if Persona 4 Golden launches on Steam tomorrow, like it was rumored to be doing, I wanted to make sure that I was able to stream it and play it and all that kind of stuff, because it's a game I'll definitely want to do. So I'm doing this test stream of a game that I'm currently playing that a lot of people keep recommending to me, a visual novel called Higurashi When They Cry. And yeah, this is just a test stream, so it's kind of a bonus, but I just wanted to see how it works. So hopefully it does work, and so I'm just messing around with settings. Hopefully it does work, and I will be able to stream PC games in the future. And having the confidence to know that they actually work. So Higurashi When They Cry is a visual novel. It's a very straightforward visual novel as far as I'm aware. I've never actually played it through completely. I've started it a little bit. I've got a little way into the plot, but not very far. I understand it's kind of horror mystery kind of thing. And yeah, like I said, it's just something that's come recommended to me by a lot of people over the time. Over the last couple of weeks, especially. It's currently free on Steam, or at least was free on Steam when I grabbed it, the first chapter. So that's why I've started to play it. Okay, and now I've had the confirmation that it's working, so I don't need to worry about this anymore. Cool. All right. I might as well play on. I might as well play a little bit now that I'm here, and yeah, have some fun. So I'll just put a message out on Twitter so people can jump on if they want to chat with me as I play through this a little bit. But this was not scheduled stream by any means, so I don't expect anybody to be around. But just in case they are, then we can chat about Higurashi When They Cry. Okay, so let's just see if anybody jumps on. Otherwise, I'll just play. Like I said, I have actually started playing this already. I click on continue, and I'm really not very far into it at all. So let's load it up. So interestingly, this game, it has been around for quite a while. You do get two different visual options. You can get the modern redrawn art, which is this art, or you can change it back to the original art, which I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest. I really don't like that. I prefer the more modern art. I don't think it's by any means like a super high quality visual novel in terms of its production values, but the art is quite nice. This more modern redrawn art is quite nice. So at the moment, at the point I got up to, it is very early on in the game. You're introduced to the major characters, of which these are two of them. You play as a male character, and there's 4 or 5 different girls, and you're at a school in a very remote part of Japan, where all the age groups are together within the one class. So it's one of those really tiny rural schools in a very rural part of the country, and yeah, that's kind of the setup as such at the moment. You've just moved to this area, so you're kind of the newbie on the block, and you've made some friends pretty quickly, and you're all sharing lunch at this point in time on the first day of school after starting the game off. visual novels are not the easiest thing to stream because there's not much action to them, and there's a lot of reading, and I kind of tap through at the speed that I read along, but that may not be the speed that other people read at, so it's a difficult thing. And then it's also very difficult to talk about it as you're playing it as well, because what can I do? I can either kind of read line for line, or I can hope that somebody jumps on the stream to talk about it as we go along. I've tried to do a couple of visual novel streams in the past, at least one just outright visual novel and another couple that kind of touch on visual novel as part of the genre, and it is a difficult thing to make an effective stream around, which is why I thought it was an easy test subject. And I didn't really expect anybody to jump on and expect me to have a good conversation as we're playing. I'm just messing around with my computer as I'm talking, so I'm a little bit distracted. Well, just pretend it's a home ec. So once again, they are having they're having lunch. Yeah, I gotta say, asparagus is not my thing either. Yeah, definitely not my veggie. I will say, since I am here and I should be talking, just in case somebody watches it on playback later on down the track, because this will be on the channel, so I better do something to engage the audience. I do like the background art, actually. The kind of the hazy approach that they've done with that background art. It looks like it kind of hides whatever simplicity might be there in the background, because I guess the messed up photo approach helps to give it a kind of grainy aesthetic, which firstly helps stand out the characters from the background art, so it's very clear the line between them, but also it ends up looking more complex, I think, than it might have been if it was just a clean drawing. So I do like that approach. That's a useful one for me to keep in mind for my own visual novels down the track. I already really don't like that character. I can't remember her name already. The green dress. She annoys me. Before the point that I started the stream at, she was revealed to be a bit of a prankster, a practical joker, and sticks tacks in walls and things to annoy her classmates. And then yeah, she's a brat. Okay. So once again, I am actually reading this through for the first time myself as I'm playing along, so I have absolutely no idea what's coming up. I have no idea what is going to happen with the characters and etc, etc. See, once again, I think that would have to be a photo, right? That background would have to be a photo that they've gone and tried to make look like a drawing by graining over it. It's quite a nice effect. I do like it. Probably a cheaper way of doing it as well. you know, you could just go and take your own photos in that case. And don't have to engage with an artist. Making visual novels can be a very expensive process, as I have discovered, and this one is quite famous for being a super low budget thing, but because of the quality of its writing, gained steam, and it has become quite the property since. There is a manga, there's anime, there's a live action film even, so and there's many volumes of the visual novel as well. So this thing has really grown from the very humble origins of it to become something pretty major. And you can always tell that there's some quality there, because if it wasn't quality, it wouldn't have that kind of success. So good on the developer for achieving that for sure. Pretty sure Mion's my favourite character at this stage. Green hair plus twin tails is always going to do it for me. So yeah, she's pretty out there actually, that character. She can say some things which are pretty eye-opening already. So at the start of this thing, it's obviously sets up the school setting. The relationship between the characters is more jovial than anything else. There's no sense that there's a horror coming at this stage at all. The moment it's just one of those kind of slice of life comedy drama things. So I'm assuming that it's going to hit me pretty hard once it comes. Tell you what, the stream seems to be working pretty well, which is good. I've had some people say that there's a bit of a jarring thing whenever there's a transition between screens or something. I think the internet connection at the moment is a bit slow here in Australia. It's nighttime here, and the NBN, which is our national broadband network, it tends to collapse at night times. So that might be why that is, rather than my PC. I think my PC's not having any trouble running the game and streaming it at the same time, which is a good sign. If if Persona 4 Golden happens tomorrow, like I'm really hoping it is, I'll be picking that up the moment I can, and definitely be streaming that. You can look forward to me having a lot to say about Persona 4 Golden when it comes out. Lots of banter going on. Me on certainly a sharp one when it comes to the banter. I like that line. It has been so long since Reina had forgotten. That's how long Mion had teased me. I like this. Okay, well, I think that's enough to test out this stream. Thanks to all the guinea pigs that jump on and listen in, and anybody who maybe checks it out later on. Certainly worth playing this game, I think. I'm already pretty compelled, actually, by... I find it pretty interesting already, just from the setup and the promise of what's to come, because while I don't know exactly what happens, I do know that this game has a reputation for being pretty eye-opening, so I'm certainly keen to see what comes next, and it's good to know that I can now do PC streaming. So thanks very much for tuning in, people, and thanks for your help, and we will no doubt see you soon.